Alright, you guys, I'm at the gym getting skinny right now because somebody wanted to fat shame me and then blame it on me. So I have receipts of her begging to be my friend. So if she wants to come on here and say that's not what she wanted, that is not true. She is the one that ruined our friendship. She's the one that called me fat. She's the one that got me in a shower to fat shame me. She's the one that did it in front of my friends, tried to take my friends from me because she's so insecure. She's the one that's a fake blonde. All real, babe, okay? Anyways, at least I can say at the end of the day, I've never fat shamed someone in my entire life, specifically my best friend. Again, if you want receipts, I have receipts. I'm not afraid to show them. What she doesn't have is receipts to defend herself. Don't worry, I sent her a message saying I don't want anything to do with you. So if she wants to show you that, I'll show you that. One thing I will not do is be made out to be a bad guy when I was the one that got hurt by my best friend. Also, don't try and take my friends from me thinking it's gonna work, because last time I checked, they also don't like you now. So wait for that to come out. I really don't care. I'm the one who blocked you because you're crazy. You blocked me after out of spite. Great. Had to hit a little jog so I got skinnier, you know what I mean? Also, about the digital footprint thing, I'm fully aware. I'm hysterical, okay? I was making a joke. I know you're too immature to understand a joke, but it was a joke. So my digital footprint's still here. I actually do have followers on other platforms, just as you do. I brought it to Snapchat just like you did, okay? You attacked my friend, you attacked me, I attacked you. This is a fun game we're playing. Love you so much, sweetie. Hope you have a great life. I hope you get some maturity in ya. I promised the receipts if TikTok went back up, so let's do it. Let me start with, this girl has now went to my friends and threatened them to release information about them to get me silenced. First of all, nobody tells me what to do, say, or how to act. I do that all on my own. So they're not gonna silence me, and I'm going to make the story time because that is what people deserve to know, and I deserve closure. Now that we've got that covered. Sorry, mid-mascara. I'd also like to address this girl has now went onto her story, made false accusations about me to defend herself. So, just to clarify, yes, she did body shame me. I have never body shamed someone in my life, so I'd love for you to come out with the proof. Also, even if I ever had, did, or it was ever a thing that has nothing to do with this situation, by the way, I never have. But stop deflecting your bad behavior and bad actions onto me when you did it to me, and I'm the one who went through it, not you. Alright, so everybody was asking what happened in the shower. I really didn't want to cover this, but it needs to happen. Long story short, when I was younger, I got bullied for being lesbian. I never have or will be lesbian, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not. So it makes a lot of things uncomfortable for me. I think most girls would be uncomfortable with showering with other girls, but I was extra uncomfortable due to my situation that the girl knew about, my best friend. She asked me to shower with her. I politely told her no, to which she asked again in front of all of the boys, including one of the boys she was talking to at the time. Let me also obviously clarify, the boys were also very uncomfortable in this situation and did not want to be around it and or thought it was weird. Addressing her as, why are you asking her that? That is weird. That is what they said. So I didn't want to hurt her and or make her look bad in front of the boys she was talking to. I felt uncomfortable. She asked over and over again, and I finally was like, okay, let's just go. Let's go. I'm uncomfortable. Let's go. We ended up showering together. At that point, we're completely naked in a mirror together, and she looked at me and she said, oh, I feel so fat. And obviously I don't want my best friend to feel that way. I said, you're not fat. You know, I'm a little thicker than you and I'm not fat, you know? I didn't know what to say. Maybe that was right or wrong, but I didn't know. At that point, she looked at me and she said, that's why I said it to you. Basically she was implying that I was thicker than her because she wanted to make herself feel better. Then I went this entire shower completely naked in front of her, uncomfortable. She also makes a lot of other snide comments that we don't need to cover, but that was the biggest one. She just puts other people down to lift herself up. So, now to address, she has said that none of this has ever happened and it was all a complete lie. Well, sweetie, I don't think, quite honestly, you would have apologized for it 3 times if it was a lie. So we're gonna talk about it. This is the first original text I sent her. Keep in mind, you can pause the screen, but I also had just had a phone call conversation with her and hadn't yet addressed the bathroom situation because it made me really uncomfortable to even bring it up. So I kind of addressed it in this. This is the second part of the text. So pause for that. And then notice how she didn't address any of it at 12:35. All she cared about was the Rockland thing, which, to clarify, the situation was her talking to her ex while talking to the new boy she was talking to that I was addressing during the shower situation. Then didn't respond for another 15 minutes about the actual situation that bothered me. Okay, she didn't address that until 15 minutes later after I didn't respond to the first message because she had no right to only care about that. Like, no human decency. Which, by the way, I never even responded to the second message because I was so pissed she didn't address that first. Keep in mind, this text was sent a couple months later, apologizing again because I refused to address the first text. Then sent another apology because she knew she was going to see me in LA, and I had already made it very clear with everybody running the podcast I would not film with her. I did not want to even be seen on set with her because she is a threat to me and all she does is lie. Because let's be clear, she also, after this situation and these apologies, tried to get me kicked off of the podcast. So I wanted nothing to do with her on set at all. So her apology was so she could see me in person and talk about it. But at that point, I obviously did not want to talk about it, given the fact that she had already done so much. That is why in the episode with her on our podcast, you didn't see me in it. It was not because I was sick or anything happened. It was because I chose not to be in the podcast, given that I don't like her. So a few months later, right before I went out for the podcast, I did respond. This is my response. This is the only time I responded during the entire conversation and all of her apologies. And I honestly just needed to do it for closure and myself. Because I genuinely believe you do find the evil in people as time goes on, and the evil was found in her, and I stated that in my text. Pause to read. Alright, now she also apologized to my mom, so that's what that text is, pause to read. Texted my mom because I wasn't responding, and then apologized again. So, as you can tell, she's apologized a lot now for something she's never done. And this is my mom's response. The message was so big that it didn't even send like a normal text message, and it's basically all the things she did wrong. And let me start by saying my mom didn't mean that in a mean, malicious way, but I was not going to respond to her, and my mom thought she at least deserved a response to know what she did to fix herself for other people. So that's why she sent the text message. And then my number changed mid-conversation, so lack thereof of conversation, I might add, because I refused to respond. So she, tried to text me. Then again, I found out she was talking about me during the podcast, so I didn't want to address her at all. That's ultimately why I never responded, and that is everything that happened and all the proof. Believe what you want to believe. I'm not here to do anything but show you guys what I promised. And in no way, shape, or form was I going to be manipulated and or told what to do on this situation. This was completely on my own. I think you guys deserve to know the truth, and that was it. The fact that she even tried to manipulate the situation out of it so it didn't come out is so sad to me.